Welcome once again to my YouTube channel. It's me, myself, and I, Efficient Elizabeth. So, as you can already deduce from the title, today's video is going to be about gratitude. An attitude of gratitude, which is very necessary. In fact, it's a very necessary virtue for everyone to have. Oh yes, regardless of your religion. Now, let's jump right into the subject. In very basic terms, gratitude is simply feeling, an overwhelming feeling of thanks, an overwhelming feeling of appreciation. Do you understand? That's in basic terms what gratitude can be said to me. Now, what really has inspired this video, of mine is a lot of things I observe around, our society of today, especially, including but not limited to social media. People of God, this thing called technology, IT, social media, internet, web, etc. It's really good. Honestly, it's very good, really. But I guess, like you say, what has disadvantage, or what has advantages rather, has got disadvantages, yeah? So this life of everyone wanting to, put on the perfect life, paint a picture of a perfect life on there on social media, all of the social media for, such that every event they go for, they click with a click of the camera, they've sent it to social media, what they are eating that day, where they went or did not go, what happened or did not happen, what their children did, or etc. really. And PDAs are not left out, public displays of affection. People of God, that is what prompted this subject matter. Now, where am I heading towards? When you see things like this on social media, for the gullible or simple-minded, no offense to anybody really, because I realize that it takes a lot of schooling of one's own self, to keep from envying or wishing that you were like that person, and or getting carried away by what you see on social media. You understand? Because we are currently living in a state of overwhelm, which has been brought upon us by social, or the advent of social media. Some of us do not even realize that we are under this effect, or starting to react in a certain way, because of that feeling of overwhelm. So, back to my former point, my earlier point, this thing goes on, or has kept going on, such that, gullible ones, or, simple ones, or those who believe everything, every teeny weeny thing they see on social media, it makes them, the gullible ones now, it makes them wish that, oh, I was like this person, oh, I wish I had this kind of dress this person has, oh, look at those shoes, oh, look at the car in the background, wow, is this a house? Look at the house I'm living in. You see, they're living in streets or mansions. Look at where I'm living. Look at, I'm living in a village. I'm living in a place that doesn't even have an address. Oh wow, look at that. Look at her kids. Look at what they wear. Oh, she's even on an airplane. God, which day will I enter? Yeah? So, wow, let me tell you people something. If you are in this group or this class of people, we are desist from it too. Yes, I am telling you, desist from it. Look, let me tell you something. Not everything you see on social media is what it is. Sometimes, people of God, sometimes in this current age of social media and the rise and thrive of the internet business, what you see online is not always what it is. In fact, the more you look, the less you see. Are we following? So it's important that we desist from, a feeling of dejection, even depression or self-pity over what someone has put online, which they want you to see. Of course, there's an intended effect. Didn't you know? There is an intended effect in most cases. Yes, maybe in some cases, some people just feel, they've just gotten used to that fact in hand. They may not necessarily have any reason or well, they may have a reason, but their reason might not necessarily be geared towards provoking the feeling of envy or jealousy in a viewer of that post. But that's on the one hand, but let us not deny the fact that there are the other class of people who, do these posts to intentionally to, stir up envy in some other folks or to a particular person on their list, the friend list. It's really possible. Why am I saying this? Back to the definition I gave earlier. I said gratitude is an overwhelming feeling of appreciation or thanks. Now, trust me, every one of us, read my lips, I'll take that again. Every one of us has got something or some things or many things to be grateful for. Yes, I'm not preaching the Bible here, just in case you have a different religious bias than mine. I'm proudly Christian though. I'm not intending to preach the Bible, I'm stating facts. Yes, facts from Bible, Quran, nature, history, you name it. The fact is, we've all got things to be grateful for, okay? Should I begin to count? Oh, you say you don't have money, you don't have job, you're not married, you don't have kids yet. Keep those aside. Let me tell you the things that you think you do not have, that you're taking for granted. Are you breathing today? Are you watching this video right now? Can you hear me? Can you see? Can you feel? Can you walk? Even if you can't walk, are you able to articulate thoughts? Are you sane? Do you have an education or certificate or certificates? Or are you in school? Or do you have hope that someday you will be in school? Or you have a relationship that is thriving? Or you have parents, whether they have money or not? Do you realize there are people who are called orphans, who have neither father or mother, or who might have but were abandoned at birth, and now have to live under the care of foster folks who may or may not be treating them right? Should I go on? The list is endless. If I go into all that I really have on this subject matter, this video is going to be extremely long. But what am I saying? I'm just here to hit the nail on the head. An attitude of gratitude is key. Oh, my dear viewers, it is key, for real. Listen to this, listen to this. No one is to be envied. Oh, no. No one's to be envied. Not me, not her, not him, not them, not you. Because guess what? What you think I have that, oh yes, maybe, perhaps you do not have now, there's also something you've got that I wish I had. Yeah. You see that? You see now where I'm going to? Are you flowing? Now, do you not realize even that some of these folks you envy look at you or your life or your academic career or your professional life or your family life or your relationship or your children or your focus in life or your, dress sense? Trust me, it could even be seemingly mundane things. These people look at and envy it and wish, oh, I like that about this person. Oh, I wish I could be or emulate this person in this regard, or I wish I had this thing, this particular thing this person had. Are we on that? Now, I'll tell you a short story. But I feel that this will drive home my point even better. There's this man I know, my family and I know, you know, he by all standards, or well, at least by all human standards, what our eyes can see and our senses can, you know, perceive, since we've known him for years, he's by all standards a wealthy man. Oh yes, he is wealthy. He's got kids, he's got a family too, you know. But guess what? One day at church, I was a teenager then, you know, I was still living with my parents, of course, unmarried. He, on the pulpit, in the course of his, you know, his speech that day, he said something that has stayed with me. Oh, it has stayed with me and will stay with me for the rest of my life. Guess what he said? Amongst other things, he had cause to say that if I tell my problems to you people, like if I open up to you guys what my problems are right now, believe me, you'll sit on the floor and cry on my behalf. Wow. Wow. People of God, did you hear that? Like, I'm even having goosebumps right now as I'm sharing this story. It feels like I just heard it afresh today again. That touched me in deep places than I could ever really express. Did you hear that? That's a man ordinarily most of us will always admiring, maybe not necessarily envying, or maybe there are those who are envying, of course. You know, everybody reacts to things differently. Maybe some of us like, I just admire this and that. But this is somebody you admire, you've placed on such a high pedestal, who is telling you, the congregation, some of whom are not, you know, well-to-do, that if he tells you his problem, you will cry for him. You will sit on the floor and cry for him. My people, waiting can't remain now. Does that not tell you already what I have been trying to say? Everyone has something to be grateful for. So, day your lane. Be very grateful. Adopt that life, that as a lifestyle. Wake up in the morning feeling this surging feel of gratitude. Oh, I am grateful to see a blessed new day. I am thankful that I can feel the rain, that I can feel how the weather is, that I can take water and drink, that I can have my bath, that I can move about. Oh, I may not have so and so yet that I have been hoping for, but I am grateful that I have seen a new day. When there is life, there is hope. So since I'm alive, I know that everything good will come. People of God, like I said earlier, I'm not here to preach, but open-minded ones would agree with me that this is merely the fact of life. You understand? Regardless of us, religious bias, spiritual bias, economic bias, academic bias, etc. This is just the fact of life. I'll tell you something as well, and I would refer you guys to a book I read, Blessed My Life. I read it years back. I was still in university then. I read it, you know, then I was dating who is now my husband, you know, the love of my life. We're dating, we're courting. He gave me that book to read, The Secret. And then that introduced me to the other two books of hers, the author, then The Magic and the Power. Please, if you can relate, drop this in the comment section. Let's talk about these books together if you've read any of them or all of them. The Secret is the first one I had encounter with. It generally speaks about law of attraction. Oh yes, people of God, this will form a subject for another video of mine. I'll talk about it another day. If you're really interested, as many comments as I see will show me how important or how, you know, you guys would love to hear from me on the law of attraction. That's a whole topic on its own, such an interesting and vast topic. So I read about The Secret, which basically covers the law of attraction, everything about the law of attraction, which I'll summarize just in case there's some of you out there who are hearing this for the first time. Yeah, there's always the first time, right? The law of attraction basically propounds a theory which is in line with nature generally. It's a law of nature. Propounds a theory that whatever you hold in your thoughts, you know, over a period, you think it, you believe it, you dream it, you envision it, you act it as if it's there, it will surely come to you. That is the law of attraction. And this covers both the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, right. It does. Like I said, the topic for another day. Then the second book, the same author, RHONDA. I'll leave her, the spelling of her name in the description box and maybe on screen. That I read was titled The Magic. What does the magic talk about basically? The power or the attitude of gratitude and how it can change your life. People of God, please, I'll leave all these details in the description box. Please ensure that you do yourself that favor. Do the favor to your own self. Look for that book. Yeah, if you don't have money, no problem. Find a library where you have the option of borrowing a book and reading, or ask around, let me not even talk too much. Have you got an Android phone? Perfect. Get your data, go online, download her books. It's that simple. The magic, the power of gratitude, that's what it talks about. Then I also read another of her books, the third one, The Power. This one talks about money and how to attract money to yourself, all from your thoughts and then your actions. How to attract money to yourself, or how to in fact repel money from coming to you. These are basically some of the books that changed my life. So like I was saying earlier, the one now that borders on this video, of course, that I am currently filming or sharing with you guys is the magic. What is the magic? Gratitude. Power of gratitude. I consider this such a very important topic that I chose to talk to you guys today about it. Be grateful. My mentor, one of my mentors, maybe the top of my list mentor, with due respect to her, Moifunke Adejumo, shared on a message some years back. I was in university. I've been listening to this man from my university days. I was in university when I listened to that particular message. I can't recall the title exactly. I had it as audio, downloaded on my phone from the net. She said in the course of her talk, that particular message, she shared a story about a man whom, they met abroad, herself and her husband, daddy. They met, he was a taxi driver, or their taxi driver for that night. He could not talk to them except with the aid of an instrument around, his mouth, slash ear. And when asked why that was so, he shared a very touching story, about how he had an accident some 25 years back and lost his sense of speech except to the aid of that instrument. And when she finished sharing the story, she said, "Look at all of you shouting, free of charge." People of God, that is another message that touched me and in fact convinced me on the power of gratitude. Indeed, look at us talking, free of charge, shouting, talking. I can share videos with you. I may not have it all in life, but I can talk. I can see. I can feel. I can move. I can use my hands, and my brain is in order. Don't you see? I should be grateful. You should too. Oh yes, you should too. So people of God, trust me. People you feel are perfect or living perfect lives, Negi, no one's got a perfect life. No. They only put the highlights for you out there on social media. But then again, would you blame them? Are you going to put the low times of your life on social media? You do the same. I'll do the same. We're not going to put when we're quarreling with our spouse, or when we're pooping, or something really gory or so. No, we're not. So if you won't put, gory details out there, if you would rather put the highlights of your life, why should you believe that someone else won't do the same? Such that when they now put the highlights, you're gone all green with envy and you're so depressed already. No, don't be that person. Do not be that person, okay? Let us not offend our Creator. Be grateful at all times. Trust me, so long as there is life, indeed, there is hope. Beans not a cook forever. Your own beans go down. My own beans go down. You must have heard that, statement in Nigerian local pidgin English or pidgin language. Indeed, beans does not cook forever, it will dawn someday. So yours will come, mine will come. Be happy for people, or at the very least, not be sad about their success if you cannot be happy for them. What am I saying? Please, let us learn to develop an attitude of gratitude. If you cannot walk it, if you can't on your own work it out, try to read these books I have, talked about. Please do yourself that favor. Read. If you're not going to read all of them across board, at least start to get to read them one by one. Oh, but I assure you, you wouldn't read it The Secret and not want to have a feel of the magic and the power. People, look, it's all in our minds indeed. In the long run, it's all in our minds. Do you feel you are rich? Do you believe it? Then you are. Do you believe that you're a great person? Because you know you will be soon. Then you are. Relax. Everything good will come. Pray for it. If you read about it, you still got to pray about it. He will give it to you. Work consciously for it. When you suddenly find yourself wanting to feel depressed over a picture or post or something you saw on social media, always remember, I too have got something to be grateful for. No, I'm not going to envy this person. Well, I'm happy for them. Mine is coming. Feel it, be in the mood, think it, dream it, believe it, see it. So shall it be. Until I come your way very, very soon again, I remain me, myself, and I, efficient Elizabeth. Remember, stay true to yourself. Be good. Don't do what I want to do. Remember, if God brings you to it, He will bring you through it. And always be grateful that you do not look like what you have been through. Yes, we may not know the future, but we know He who holds the future. Let us rest assured in this hope. March forward. We will all make it, if you believe. Bye for now.